Hi, this is Katie. In today's video, I wanted to talk to you guys about something that I hate. And I actually hate complaining, but I think that complaining is only okay in one circumstance, and that's when you're trying to like help people, when you're like either figuring out a problem or complaining to someone in hopes that they change, or thinking out loud in a way to like fix whatever situation you're complaining about. And so that's kind of what this is. It's kind of like a PSA on the thing that I want to complain about. So the topic that I want to talk about today is bad drivers. You guys, okay. So if you don't know already, I live in my car and I travel around the country, America, the country that I'm in right now. And so I do a lot of driving. I think my car has like 177,000 miles on it. I've driven a lot over the years, and there are just a group of people that I don't like their driving style. They might be great people. They really, really might be great people. But the way that they drive or certain things they do when they drive makes me feel things inside that I don't like to feel. And so I want to just talk about them right now, and maybe if you do these things, maybe you can realize, oh, you know what, that probably annoys most other people around me. And maybe I don't need to be super selfish because it's actually not really benefiting me to like cut in front of someone or whatever. So maybe I don't need to be super selfish, and maybe I can kind of, you know, just like treat everyone on the road like we're all in this together, because we're all in this together, guys. We all have to share the road. Like, you know, like we're doing it together, like we're driving together. So like some of these things, it's like, it's mostly just people acting selfish on the road, and it seems pointless because that's when you cause car accidents, and don't you want to prevent car accidents if you can? So anyway, here's my list of like 7 or so things. I have them on my phone. 7-ish, 6, 7, 8 things, 7, 6, things that I hate when people do when they're driving. Like hate. So number 1, people who don't use blinkers. Why? And I mean like when you're getting into a different lane, when you're turning onto a different road, when you're turning into a parking lot, when you're turning into a parking space. Why aren't you using your blinker? Like, just what? Like, how, is that benefiting you? Is it too much work to turn the little lever in your car to put your blinker on? Like, are your hands too tired? I don't understand why you wouldn't use your blinker. It's very, very polite to use your blinker to let everyone else know around you what you plan on doing. So if you don't use it, we don't know what you're doing, and it makes it so much more difficult to plan out what we're gonna do. You know what I mean? And so I just don't understand why you wouldn't use it. I even use it when I'm on like a dead end street and there's no one behind me. I still use my blinker. Like, it just, maybe you can start doing it and it can, like maybe you can start doing it and it can like become a habit. And then you can realize, oh, you know what? Maybe it's helpful to other people. Because don't you hate when other people don't use their blinkers either? Like, if you're gonna like switch lanes, like, don't you want someone else to know? So like maybe they'll slow down or they'll speed up. Or like if you're about to turn, like, you know, like you just, okay, all right. So the second one though is people, okay, second one is when people slow down and then put their blinker on. Nope. That's not how blinkers work. No. A blinker is used to let the people around you know that you're about to turn or get into a different lane or park or whatever. And so if you start to slow down and then put your blinker on, no, you might as well just not use your blinker at all. It completely defeats the purpose. The blinker needs to be used before you slow down so that I can prepare myself to slow down by the blinker, by the flashy light that's on your car to notify me. If you already slowed down, no, then that notified me, but then that's more dangerous. Just blinkers, they're not, you guys, they're really, really important, and they're not difficult. Like, it's just a little lever. It's just a little boop, 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 boop. It's so easy. Please use your blinkers, please. I'm literally begging you, please use your blinkers. Just at all times, just all the time when you need to move, please. Okay, this next one is a very common one. I know everyone hates this, and so if you do it, I know that you hate it, so like, why are you doing it? So the third one is people who cut in front of people and then go slower than you. Okay, all right, so if I'm going like 45 and you cut in front of me and you go 35, no, unless the speed limit's like 30 and I'm just like speed racer, like, okay, then you can go 35 and then that's understandable. But if the speed limit's like 45 and I'm going 45 and you cut in front of me and you go 35, no, thank you, please. No, that's just mean and rude, and no. Why'd you cut in front of me in the first place? No, no, please don't do that. No, just please. So the next one is people who go slower than the speed limit in the left lane. This also bothers everyone. This is gonna bother every single person around you. And so like, if you need to go slower than the speed limit for some reason, go in the right lane. That's what the right lane is for. The left lane is for the speed racers. Like, people who do this just in their spare time. probably want to be in the left lane. The right lane is for exiting and for the slower cars. And then the middle lane is for everyone else and who's merging and who's doing all this kind of stuff. But like, if you're gonna go slower than the speed limit, don't be in the left lane. You're just gonna make everyone angry and want to punch you in the face. It's just no point. There's other lanes. Go in the other lanes. It's just no point. Doesn't make sense. The next one, this one like really gets me. This might be one of my like super top ones. People who go slowly through a left turn green arrow when there's a line of people behind them, or just any green light at all. You guys, if there's like 10 people in a left green arrow lane and it turns green and you're just like taking your time going through that, if I'm like that 9th car and I could have made it if everyone is following like protocol of how to turn, but I don't make it because everyone's going really slowly or like taking their freaking time, the rage will build up. The New Yorker, the Long Islander in me, the Italian in me, I'll get very angry. It's all of these are like, hey, respect everyone else around you. Like there are other people on the road. And so if you're dilly-dallying through a left turn arrow, especially when there's like a line of cars behind you, you're just being rude. You're not respecting everyone else. It does not make sense to me. Like why people don't care about the other drivers. We all have places to go. We all have things to do. Like, don't you want to like help other people? This is a very, very simple way to help other people. If the light is green, go through it. Like, don't dilly-dally. Like, don't like be checking your phone the whole time. Like especially being from New York, when the light turns green, if we don't go immediately, people will honk behind us. But like I'm in Texas right now, it takes people like 2-3 seconds to start, which is a long time. If you think about how long a light is green for, especially the turn arrow lights, sometimes are only a few seconds. And so if it takes you 2 seconds to go through and it's only 5 seconds long, those people at the end of the line are not gonna get through, and it's just rude. It's just rude. Just pay attention and then go through. I'm not saying be super speed racer. I'm just saying just go through the light. And then, yeah, okay. So the next one is people who take up 2 parking spots. Just why? Especially parallel parking spots. Oh my gosh. Especially like, okay, in some parts of the country, there are parallel parking designated spots like with lines. Those people usually don't take up 2 spots, but in places like New York City, like New York where I'm from Long Island, but like when you go into the city, there are no, at least the places that I can think of, like in Queens and stuff, there's no designated parking spots in the parallel parking areas. And so you just park. People in Queens don't do this because people in New York City know that parking is a really, really big deal. But in other parts of the country, sometimes there will be room on a block for like 10 cars, but there will only be like 7 cars parked there, but there won't be enough space in between the cars to fit other cars. But there'll be like way too much space that you don't need, but not enough for a car. So there'll be like 8 feet or something. You don't need that much. You don't need that much. You only need like this much in between cars. Like, I mean, maybe a little bit more, but like you don't need that much. But if you have like 5-8 feet, you're gonna ruin the chances of other people being able to park there. And it makes me so angry. Where was this really prevalent? I forget where I was within the past year. This was really, really prevalent. But like, sometimes there's room for 10 cars, but only 7 cars are parked there, but they're parked in a distance where no other cars can fit. And it's just, I know that sometimes you can't help that. I do understand that sometimes like it's the other people who messed up and you're trying to fit in whatever, but like if everyone paid attention to it, then it would, you know, it would be a little bit easier and it would be better and more cars could park, you know? Okay, did the camera change? That's because I had to delete things. What else is new? Okay, is the lighting different? Whatever. So the next one, this one also gets me. This just happened to me and I was like, are you kidding me? Is this actually, do you think this is beneficial to anyone but you? Like, are you really this selfish? So essentially, let me read this and I'll tell you the story. People who use the turning lane as an, I'm gonna drive up more to pass all these people, but then block the people who actually wanna turn lane. And so I was driving somewhere in Texas and there was a left lane that I think was left turn only. No, I think it was left turn and straight, I think. I don't remember. But the middle lane was just straight only. And then the right lane was right turn only. So I had to turn right. So I got into the right lane, but the person like right in front of me, because we were both in the middle lane. So I was getting into the right lane, but he was also getting to the right lane. So he was right in front of me in the right lane. And so we both drove up because like the middle lane was pretty long and we both drove up. And by the time we got to like actually where I would be turning, since I was in the correct lane for taking a right turn, he stopped and put his left blinker on to get back into the middle lane. And there's a possibility that he did not know that the right lane was right turn only, but I don't think so. I think it was like pretty obvious where we were that it was a right turn only lane. So I'm pretty sure that he just went into the right turn only lane to cut in front of all the other people. which meant that he prevented me from turning right because I had to wait for that light to turn green because it was red, for that light to turn green, and then for him to cut in front of someone to get into the straight only lane for me to turn into the right turn only lane, which was the lane I was supposed to be in, not the lane he was supposed to be in. He used it as a I'm gonna cut in front of everyone lane. It's like so rude. It is unbelievably rude. It's shit. That's the most selfish thing I feel like that you can do while you're driving. Like, are you kidding me? Like I had to turn. No, that's not what that lane is for. And just, oh, rude. So rude, so rude, so rude. So the last one is everyone in a parking lot. People don't know how to drive in parking lots, guys. I hang out in parking lots a lot because I work online and I live in my car. And so a lot of times I'm like working in my car on my computer, and I have witnessed, not witnessed, but I've heard and then like looked and was like, oh, 3 car accidents in a parking lot in the past 2 months of like a car hitting a parked car is usually what it was. I don't think they ever hit another moving car, but I'm pretty sure I heard, again, not like witnessed with my eyes, but witnessed with my ears, a car hitting a parked car because people in parking lots do not know how to drive. And people don't pay attention. And like, especially when you're getting out of a spot and people are like zooming behind you, it's like, you can see better than I can. Why aren't you waiting for me? I don't know. People in parking lots. Just pay attention. Just pay attention. Just pay attention, please. I'm begging you, please. So that is it for this video. I really hope that you enjoyed it. Again, it's kind of like a little jokey, but like definitely not really. Like if you do these things, I hope that maybe you realize that they're not beneficial for everyone around you. And like, isn't that what we want? Don't we want to help everyone? This is like one of the easiest ways. I'm helping you help other people. Don't do these things while you're driving. It's like, it's very simple. Just put your blinker on and like watch where you're going in the parking lot. It's so simple and everyone else will hate you less. Alright, so thank you guys so much for watching this video. I really hope that you enjoyed it. If you did, please give it a thumbs up. Let me know in the comments anything that you want me to talk about. Just anything else, any like other PSAs you want me to make, anything that you want me to talk about, any questions that you have. You guys know I love doing Q&As. Let me know in the comments and subscribe if you're not already. Come join this little family that we have. And that's it. I love you. Jesus loves you. And I'll talk to you later. Bye.
So I'm holding on to you. So I'm holding